Hey everyone, good morning. And I want to welcome you to a daily reading that I'm going to be doing every day. They're going to be brief, but they're going to be delivering a solid message for you every day. Like many of you, um, some of you might sense that some things are changing in you, and perhaps a channel has opened up or something has opened up inside of you where you feel like you're getting messages. And the biggest message that I've been getting besides these messages is that I have to share them. So I've been a little bit hesitant about that, and I have to move past that because by not doing what I'm guided to do, it caused a lot of discomfort in me over the last couple of weeks. So I need to step into my evolution, my new way of being. So every morning I'll be coming out and sharing that with you. So let me tell you a little bit about myself for those of you that don't know. My name is Aisha Hogan. I am the visionary and founder of IAWESOME, which is the International Academy of Universal Self-Mastery. I'm also a spiritual life strategist with the Chakra House of Healing. So I've been helping people for a really long time. Messages have been coming directly for those people through me for a very long time. I'm a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, lots of energy healings, and I work a lot with the body, so very holistically. So I felt like I was on purpose. I was on path. I was doing what I was doing. I was doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But during this time of evolutionary shift, our purposes get switched up a little bit. They've been changing up a little bit, or we're moving deeper into them, which is either way is amazing. So today's episode of Daily Revelations and Remembrances is about the Zen Garden. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. And yes, I will be looking at something that I've written this morning because a lot of my messages come in while I'm writing. So they're not right in the memory just yet as far as like committed to memory. So I want to share them as they come in and they're really fresh. So in life, we know that there is always a yin and a yang, right? There's always a positive, a negative. There's always this side of it and that side of it. Many of us know this already. So peace has been something that we've all been wanting, striving for, desiring in many ways for a very long time. Peace in the world, peace within humanity, peace with the planet, peace with the universe, peace within ourselves mostly. And we try to get this. A lot of times we've been conditioned to look outside of ourselves to find this peace, when truly we've been looking in the wrong place. Peace is not outside of you. Peace is within you. You need to find the peace within yourself, not outside of yourself. So, not your fault. It's just the way throughout humanity we've been conditioned to look outside of ourselves for happiness, look outside of ourselves for love, look outside of ourselves for all the things that we want. And then most of the time we don't find it. Nothing that's enduring anyways, that lasts for a long time, that has stamina, that has strength, that's got beat. You know what I'm saying? So these things, we need to stop looking for them outside of ourselves and start looking within ourselves. So peace is definitely one of those things. So imagine if everyone on the planet turned their attention inward and started finding peace within themselves, not blaming others for the lack of peace, not blaming our government, not blaming leaders, not blaming others, but owning it and looking within ourselves. So that was the biggest message today, was it's really time for self-introspection and reflection. That the chaos that we see outside of ourselves is really a reflection of what we feel inside of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's a reflection of what we feel inside of ourselves. So what you want to do is turn your attention inward. And what a great time to do that. You know, many of us are in our homes. Some of the planet are kind of out and about, and, you know, I'm going to save my opinions on that. This is not about what I think. So it's really about turning that attention inwards and to trust in the process. That was a big one. Trust in the process and allow space for this. We're in the middle of an evolution. Many of us, especially those that are spiritually minded, I'm not talking about religious, I'm talking about people who know that there is a bigger power out there in play, and that we're connected with that. I've been feeling for a few years now that this shift is coming. I didn't know when it was. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I definitely knew that it was coming, right? And a lot of you felt that. Well, we're in the beginning throes of it. We're a year into it now. This pandemic is really a mask. While all of our attention is there, there's something else that's going on. There's something else that's happening. So just really paying attention to that something else and saying, what is that? Right? So what it is it's that transformational evolutionary shift. It is that shift that we're going through right now. So again, there's a higher power at work here. And, you know, many of us have been using the word I, you know, when our affirmations, I, thinking of yourself as the universal I. I'm going to ask you to think of it as, yes, as definitely as the universal I, but not we. Because when we use the word we as a community, as humanity, we is separate eyes. You know, we is separate eyes. That was the message I was getting, was that we are separate eyes. It's us, universal spirit, us, it's us, right? So trust in what's happening and in the changes in yourself. A lot of people have been feeling changes. The last 2 weeks was actually very difficult for a lot of people. You know, I don't know what happened, but there was some kind of a huge shift in people. And I want to say, like, don't own it, because it's, number one, changes in yourself. But number two, for those of us that are empathic, what is that? That is our mirror neurons working overtime. So those of us who are empathic are really picking up on other people's stuff, right? More than we ever have. So really it's about protecting your space and your aura, right? Protecting that space and moving in and finding that peace within yourself. So the garden of peace, where is it? Where is that Zen? Where is that garden of peace? Well, it's inside your heart space, right? It's inside your heart space. Those of you who have studied heart math know that our heart puts out a huge field of energy, right? So it's not just this organ that's inside of our body, right? Inside this vehicle. That our heart is so much more than that, right? It has neurons like our brain. It has this huge field and its own aura of energy. It's connected to spirit. It's connected to the earth. You know, our heart is massive. So where you're going to find your peace, your Zen, is inside that heart space. So anytime you need to find that heart space inside of yourself, you need to guide yourself within. And how do you do that, right? It's by finding that peace in the midst of chaos, by simply breathing into it. I'm not talking about meditating. You might end up in a meditation, but it's just closing your eyes and breathing and sensing yourself moving into that space. Maybe the way that you want to do that is by picking up a memory that makes you happy, a memory that makes you feel loved, a memory that makes you happy and brings you joy. And by closing your eyes and just remembering that memory will be enough to move you into that heart space, and really focusing on your breathing, so that no matter what else is happening outside of you, your focus is on your breath, on your memory, and on your heart center. You will find your peace. And the more you do this, the more moments of peace that you can bring yourself, the more moments of peace you will have in your space, in your environment. And hopefully that makes sense to you. This transformation that's happening right now, this shift that we're moving through, is it going to get worse before it gets better? Yes. I've seen the outcome. I've seen what it's going to look like on the other side, but I haven't seen how we're going to get there. So I do believe that it's going to get worse before it gets better. So we really need to move inside of our own space and inside of our own peace to be able to create the space for this to happen, to allow this to happen. Okay. So the old paradigm, the way that we used to live, it's gone. It really is gone, but we're moving into a new paradigm, a new way of being. And this is not it, what we're in right now. This is just the road to get there. Okay. This is just the journey to get to that destination. So, don't look at this as, is this it? Is this how we're going to be living now? No. This is just the road to get there. And other forces are trying to take control. We're hearing about secret societies coming out, and we're hearing about, good versus evil and the battle going on. Like, there's all these different things that are happening. I'm going to say, stay in your peace. Observe. It's all happening. Trust in the process. Don't get yourself all wrapped up in all of that, right? Because we can't control what's outside of us, but we can control our own peace. We're coming into a time where there is going to be unity, and that unity, it's not going to matter about our cultures and our colors and our religion. Like, we're going to move into a place of unity. We are evolving, and change creates discomfort, and it creates grief, because we're grieving, we're mourning the old paradigm. We're grieving, we're mourning the old way of being as we move into this new way of being. Okay, so allow yourself peace, allow and trust in the process, allow yourself to understand that this self is an illusion. We are part of us. We are all part of us. Okay, and just understanding and believing and trusting in that. And the biggest part is remembering. Because before you came into this world, this body, you already knew this. You knew this all already. And once you leave this body, you will remember and know again. There's no reason why you can't remember and know now. The only thing that stands in your way is you. So allow yourself the peace, allow yourself the remembrance of what and who you are. And in that, you will find peace. In that, you will be able to let go of the fear and the despair and the struggles and the challenges you've been feeling with this new way of being. And if you need help with that, there are people like myself out there that can help you. So reach out, but first reach in. Before you reach out, reach in, right? Reach into yourself. Then you'll know what you need and reach out and get it. Be resourceful. But first, reach in for your own resources, and then reach out and get what you need, okay, to help you step into that peace, into that Zen. So thank you for sharing this time with me today. And I love you all. I really do. Whether I know you or I don't know you, it doesn't matter, because I love us. And as long as I love us, well, I'm just loving everyone. And it's unconditional, no strings attached, because that's unconditional love. Right? No strings attached. I don't love you if, I just love you cause. And that's it. So I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.